Hey, Steve Magnante here at High-Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts with a 1971 Dodge Challenger RT. Now, 71 was the final year for RT nomenclature. Would go away for 72, became the Challenger Rally. So with that said, the final year for the RT nomenclature, also the final year for the availability of big block engines from 1972 onward, small blocks or slant sixes with a rule, no more Hemis, no more six packs, no more 440s, no more 383s in Challengers. So the real muscle cars ended in 71. And of course, you got to remember, the 70 Challenger was Dodge's first proper pony car. They handed the pony car market over to Ford, Mustang, Chevy Camaro, Pontiac Firebird, Plymouth Barracuda, all the way up to 1979 or 69 with no competitors. So finally, the Dodge Challenger from 1970 addressed that shortcoming. And again, 1970 and 71 are the two ones that people really want most because they're, kind of the most pure of the bunch. Now, this one's kind of cool. It's a bit of a resto mod, you might say. It has 17-inch rally wheels that are aluminum modern wheels with 17-inch modern high-speed radial tires all the way around, and some upgrades included Challenger Trans Am style hood scoop fiberglass right here, which was an option on a standard fare on the Challenger TA, the 346 pack cars, but you can bolt right on these too, and it's fiberglass, and the scoop is functional. There's no block off, and it does do the job. And of course, under the hood, what will we find? Now, this is not a TA, it's a RT, which means it's going to be a 383 car at the very least. What do we find? Okay, the 383, the mighty big block, the base engine 40 Challenger RT, the 446 pack, and the Hemi were also possible. The 444 barrel was not available in Challenger RT in 1971. So if you got a 440 in a Challenger RT in 71, it was a six pack. Or this, the base 383 4 barrel. Some upgrades here, a Y-end aluminum intake manifold, a single plane piece right there. It's actually a dual plate there, right there. And a Holley 4-barrel carburetor, an MSD electronic ignition distributor, I should say. Steel tube headers, a nice touch for a little more free-flowing exhaust. Borgeson power steering unit with a steering column, and the box, which is more precise and secure, I guess you might say, better handling, I should say, than the standard Chrysler stuff. It does have manual drum brakes all the way around, and speaking of that, it's not a bad thing. The RT suspension and brake package was very sure-footed, 11 by 3-inch drums up front, 11 by 2.5 in the back, and nothing to be ashamed of there. They're perfectly up to the job. And of course, cross-flow radiator, aluminum, to keep that 383 cool on hot days. Of course, 1971 brought a very different grille. Instead of the recessed grille of 1970, these horizontal inserts here grew for 1971 to give the car a facelift. And again, another thing about 1971, in addition to no more big blocks, no more RTs, no more convertibles. You could get convertibles in 70 and 71, but no more convertibles after 71. Always a coupe on Challengers. So let's look inside this one and see what we find. And of course, RT stripe here, standard fare on the RT package. And by the way, the RT was a $275 upgrade over the base V8 Challenger. So $275 well spent to get the graphic and the faux scoops right here. Again, these are parts of the RT package. And inside this one has the bucket seats, which were optional. The bench would have been a standard item, but this one does have the pistol grip 4-speed transmission, the A833 Chrysler 4-speed. Of course, RT also got the rally gauges with a 150-mile-an-hour speedometer, and nicely done inside. A very compact back seat, truly a 5-passenger car, maybe more like a 4. The back seat's pretty narrow. You can get 3 people in there if you really wanted to, but not for a long ride. And I love the body lines on this. And again, the Challenger was, again, Dodge's first answer to the Mustang 6 years after the fact. But with that said, they kind of got it right, if you ask me. A lot of these were built in 1971, and in fact, there were a total of 26,299 Challengers built in 1971. Sales were down a little bit because they had a lot of competition from other vehicles on the market. The brand new Mustang in 1971 totally facelifted, and of course, the insurance and emissions thing was really starting to kick in 1971. So Dodge did the best they could with what they had to work with. And this one also is the optional quick gas cap, this thing, the flip-top gas cap right here. This was a $7.75 option, not standard fare. And this little guy right here wants to go for a ride, the little green guy right there. Must be a ghost of a Mustang. I'm not sure. Anyway, but you pop this here, and there's the fuel filter. But here's the thing. It's an ornament, really, because the actual gas cap is a regular gas cap that's inside of this. So it kind of hides the actual cap in plain sight. Gives the car a racy look. And here is the some magazine ad right here from 1971, the Dodge Scat Pack right here, the Demon 340, the the Dodge Super Bee, the red one right there. Of course, Dodge Charger RT was also available for a final go in 1971. And inside of this is something even cooler, the Challenger Showcase right here. Okay. Challenger RT right here with a cool dude on the beach, and 446 pack right there. Again, no 444 barrel in 1971. It was eased out of the picture for whatever reasons, I don't know, probably emissions. On the right-hand side is the Challenger TA for 1971, which they never made, the 71 grill, and that's airbrushed in place. And again, kind of an interesting thing that they actually advertised the Challenger TA Trans Am with the graphics, the hood, the same hood we see on this car, but again, never actually sold for production for you and I to buy. But the Challenger RT and a really potent car, 383 at the very least. They also have the 446 barrel, and of course the mighty 426 Hemi. This car here is a nicely presented car with Hemi orange paint. The 383 under the hood with a 4-speed pistol grip transmission. To learn more about this car, go to the High-Octane Classics website.